if you're not leveraging a skills matrix, then you could be seriously harming your project success. Whether it's that your team isn't particularly efficient, whether there are outstanding skill gaps, or whether there are issues with productivity or the inability to meet business outcomes. So today, I would like to show you how you can use ChatGPT to identify key insights which could transform your project success. So to begin, I do just want to quickly mention that you do need to leverage one of the new tools in ChatGPT in order to do this. So to do that, log into your ChatGPT account and click your user profile in the bottom left. You then want to click on Settings and Beta, click on Beta Features, and make sure that the Advanced Data Analysis toggle is switched on. Now, this essentially helps us to analyze files that we upload directly into ChatGPT, so it's really, really valuable. Now, I do believe that it's part of the ChatGPT Plus plan, and you do need to use the GPT-4 model in order to leverage this. So that is a paid subscription. I think it's around $20 a month. I do just want to quickly stipulate that. But once you've enabled that in your kind of settings, you then make sure that the advanced data analysis is checked, and then we are good to go. Now, before we delve into this, we do obviously need to create our skills matrix. So here is an example skills matrix that I have for one of my teams. And as you can see here, it's very, very basic, but this is a typical skills matrix, if you like, and this is the kind of thing that you could use in ChatGPT. So we've got skills down the left-hand side. Now you could put whatever skills necessary or part of your organization or that you want to kind of analyze here. And then basically we've got a breakdown per employee. So we've got 4 different employees here. We have proficiency and we have interest. And so we've also got a legend on the right-hand side, which basically, so that's, I should have probably done this before recording, just taking that out. That's a slight error there on the formatting front. But you can see in the legend here, we've got a proficiency and an interest. So essentially, we're mapping the proficiency and interest. So as an example, for data analysis, Sarah is advanced at data analysis, and she is interested. She's not highly interested, but she's interested. So this is perhaps one of her strengths. This is an area where we should focus Sarah's attention. Alternatively, if we look at project management, she has a basic level of project management, but she had no interest. So we don't want to be putting Sarah forward for project management duties. Okay, so this is a skills matrix, okay? Now, the next thing you will need to do, so I've played around with this multiple times. I've uploaded this in several different iterations, and I just couldn't get ChatGPT to analyze it properly. So what you do need to do, and I will make this available for download. There'll be a link in the description. It will be at a cost. That helps to kind of support the channel. And if even if you don't kind of want to proceed with this, then maybe you just want to kind of support me with a cup of coffee. It won't be a lot of money at all, but it does, as I say, help the channel. But anyway, this is the file we need to upload. So you need 4 columns. You need the person on the left-hand side, the first column. It doesn't have to be in this particular order, but it does make sense. So we've got person, skills, skill type, and value. So if we look at this, so I copied this across from our other template. So you essentially will need to map each person 10 times because they will have 5 proficiencies and 5 interests. You'll need to kind of essentially have each skill documented twice because one is for proficiency and one's for interest. And then the value pertains to the rating, if you like. So that's to do with the legend. So this is 40 rows, okay, because we've got 4 people. And we've got the double for proficiency and interest. So I thought I'd just mention how this kind of works. So we've got this in place. Now what you would then do is you would move to ChatGPT. Now here is an example starting prompt, and then we're going to refine this further. So we're going to say something like, here is a skills matrix. Make some suggestions based on the data provided. Now at this point, we need to select this icon. Now this is what's possible via the advanced data analysis functionality that we have now enabled and which I explained at the start of the video. Click this button and it's going to open our local hard drive, and then we select the file, which is what I've just created or just shown you here, okay? And this is a CSV. It's a certain CSV that's got a UTF -8 or something like that. So just bear that in mind. If I quickly just open this up, I will show you exactly what I mean. So this is the file that ChatGPT recognizes. CSV UTF-8, comma delimited. That's what you want to use. Okay, so just bear that in mind. So we've got it attached. We've got our prompt. Now we hit send message. Now over to ChatGPT to work its magic. So let's start by loading the data from the skills matrix CSV file to see what information it contains. Then I can make suggestions based on the data provided. I'll proceed to load the file and display the first few rows to understand the content better. So what I really like about this is it's walking you through what it's doing. It's giving you an idea. It's not just working in the background. It's just talking to you in real time, which is great because you know exactly what's happening. So it's basically telling us here it recognizes the information. Based on this structure, suggestions can be made around areas such as professional development, team composition, and project assignments. Let's analyse the data in terms of proficiency levels to identify strengths and areas for improvement. I'll summarise the data to provide a better overview of each person's skill set. Now, of course, this is still relatively basic, but this is where ChatGPT really kind of proves its worth. Based on the summarised skills matrix, here are some observations and suggestions. Sarah could benefit from training in communication and project management as these are her lowest rated skills. Now, as we pointed out earlier, if I go back here, we kind of mentioned that for Sarah, maybe project management isn't an area that we should focus her attention. Of course, it depends on your attitude to development. You may want everyone to have a certain level of skill, or you may want to focus on their strengths. Now, obviously, that depends on your own management style, and ChatGPT clearly has a preference here. So just bear that in mind. There are nuances with the tool. Steve has room for improvement in communication and project management as well. Okay, team composition. When forming teams for projects that require strong communication skills, John should likely take on a role that requires these skills as he has the highest rating. So this is some really quick analysis, and it just saves you from having to kind of work that out yourself or infer from the data. Now, it's relatively straightforward, but what I like about this is it's broken it down by the key areas very, very quickly. So you've got professional development, team composition, project assignments, cross-training opportunities. So it's just giving you ideas. Now, you might not have thought about all of this ahead of plugging this into ChatGPT, and that's where it's really, really useful. In terms of skill gaps, the entire team could strengthen their cybersecurity skills since the highest rating in the skill is 1.5 out of presumably 5. If we're using a 5-point scale. Well, we're not. We're using a 3, but still it's good to know. Here, would you like to dive deeper into any specific area, or should I assist you with a different type of analysis or suggestion? Over to us. We can tell ChatGPT what we want it to do. I'm going to suggest for the purpose of this video, I would like, please provide a different type of analysis. Please also provide some graphics. Let's see what happens. That is the joy of using ChatGPT. You can ask it to do whatever you want, and you can see what comes out, and you can test it, and you can play around, and hopefully you get the insights you're looking for. So let's conduct a different type of analysis. So you can go down the rabbit hole here. You know, you can take this wherever you want. I've obviously looked for some kind of graphics because I'd say I want to use this. I want to report on this. I want to send this to senior management or maybe internally, put this in a presentation or something like that. So let's conduct a different type of analysis that will allow us to visualize the distribution of skills across a team and identify any significant trends or gaps. I'll create a heat map. Okay, a bar chart. Lovely. Let's see what happens. So as I say, this is something you should literally test, play around with, and expand further and see what you want. You probably have a particular idea in mind, but just kind of first look at this. It's absolutely brilliant. I can copy this into a presentation, but it's brilliant. You know, we've got the scale on the right hand side, so just kind of because of the heat map style, I know that, you know, Sarah is someone of focus for proficiency here. She seems to be the most proficient person in the team, and that along with Alison. Yeah, so they joint share, the proficiency here, and it will explain it as well. That's where it's really, really valuable. So the heat map provides a visual representation of the team's skill proficiency levels. Darker shades indicate high proficiency, which is pretty much what I just said, allowing us to identify which team members excel in certain areas and which skills might require further development. Let's create a bar chart to compare the average proficiency levels across different skills. This will help us understand which skills are the team's strongest and are the weakest. So, this is just really good analysis that we can just, we can copy and paste this. You can use the snipping tool. You can right click, click save image or copy image. And, I just love the analysis it gives us. Really, really useful. Let's get one more prompt before we finish this video. I don't want this video to go on for too long because I think the value in this is you going into the tool and running your own prompts. Provide some interesting, so choice of words is very, very important. Provide some interesting analysis that is not particularly obvious. I don't know what's going to happen here. I've never tried this before. Provide some interesting analysis that is not particularly obvious, but would help a senior stakeholder plan project resources accordingly. If I can spell correctly, let's see what happens. I've never put this prompt in before, so let's see what ChatGPT is truly made of. Here we go, this is quite nice. Determine if certain skills tend to be high or low together, which can suggest complementary skills or a common training gap. Skill distribution analysis. Analyse the distribution of skills to identify if the team has a balance of skills if they skew towards certain areas. Skill coverage ratio. Calculate the ratio of team members who have a proficiency above a certain threshold for each skill. See if there are enough team members who can cover each skill adequately. Let's start. So it's actually now going to go into one of these. And we'll let this run. And then we'll kind of finish up. This video won't go on for too much longer. But look at this. Absolutely fantastic. And it's going to describe what this is. So it's not only for what this produces in terms of, you could then use this in your work, but it's idea generation as well. This gives us ideas of what to explore, and it can take something from, a single table, which, you may not know how to analyze, interpret, but it gives us the areas to explore. It gives us ideas to what we can infer, and it also analyzes it, and it gives us, creating something like this in Excel is possible, but it can take time. It's a bit fiddly. You probably need to watch a YouTube video or learn how to do it, unless you're kind of an Excel whiz. But this just does it straight away. So, and it's going to keep going through these, and we can stop generating it. We can say, look at this. I like this. I want to take it in a different direction. That's the beauty of it. You are in control, and you can always, this is a little tip, you can always stop generating, and you can go back to your former prompt and change it. And it will wipe out what it's just done, but it does kind of prevent the conversation going in a direction you don't want it. So I hope this video was useful. If it was, please do hit the like button. That tells me I should continue recording videos like this. If you have any comments about this or ChatGPT in general, then do drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I've got a lot of content like this and more coming out. And I think that's about it for what I've got to say at the end of the video. I just hope this is useful. And with that said, I hope you have an excellent day.